She was 17, laughing, bright, celebrating a birthday with friends on a rooftop in Islamabad. Just hours later, her life would be stolen in a tragic moment of violence. She wasn't just making content, she was making a mark. Sana Yousaf hailed from Chitral, nestled in the scenic mountains of northern Pakistan. She lit up social media with her charm, her advocacy for girls' education, and her celebration of her heritage. On TikTok and Instagram, she was more than a teenager. She was a symbol of youthful promise, a budding influencer with a heart for women's rights. She had dreams beyond the screen. She wanted to be a teacher, to help young girls find their voice in a society that too often tells them to stay silent. In each post, her values were evident: resilience, pride, courage. Then came the knock, unexpected, uninvited. The intruder then fled, taking her phone with him. Her mother, aunt, and younger cousins screamed. Chaos erupted in seconds. Neighbors rushed in. Blood stained the floor. The sound of a life leaving too soon haunted the room. Sana, lying motionless. Her aunt and mother rushed to her aid, but it was too late. She bled out in the place that should have been her sanctuary. Her final breaths echoed in that home. Within 20 hours, Islamabad police pieced together the trail. CCTV clips, over 300 phone records, more than 100 surveillance cameras converged on one suspect in Faisalabad. A 22-year-old named Umar Hayat. Someone Sana knew. He was arrested with the murder weapon and her phone. Press conferences described a chilling motive: repeated advances, persistent messages, growing obsession. She said no, he didn't take it, he came, he killed. Islamabad's police chief called it gruesome and cold-blooded. Mid-shot on police pressers, the camera zooms in on grave faces. Sternly. She had ignored him again and again, the Inspector General announced. A teenage girl, shot dead because she rejected a friendship request. Her father remembered her as brave, mindful of her choices. She had never mentioned any threats, never voiced fear. She trusted her home to be safe. Cut to protests in Islamabad. Women raising banners firmly, saying no is my right, demanding justice for Sana Yousaf. Demonstrators gathered at the National Press Club with tears in their eyes and fury in their voices. Young girls spoke to the media, trembling voice. If saying no is a crime, then none of us are safe. Activists echoed their pain, saying this wasn't just a crime, it was a reflection of a culture that turns male entitlement into violence. Asifa Bhutto Zardari spoke publicly, solemnly. It was punishment for saying no, resolute. We owe it to Sana's legacy to open avenues for other girls. The National Commission on the Status of Women demanded a full investigation, pushing for a fast-track trial and calling for protections for digital creators like Sana. Yet, as the nation grieved, online critics emerged, blaming her social media presence, her independence, her voice. Activists pushed back hard. Indignant, a TikTok video doesn't justify murder. The case reminded the country of a bitter truth. Justice came slowly. Umar Hayat was arrested with the weapon and her phone, confessed in custody, and was remanded in court. But questions remained. Would justice truly be served, or would Sana's name become another forgotten headline? As the courtroom filled for his hearing on June 18, her family held on to hope. Outside, her smile, once bright on every screen, lingered in people's minds. The birthday video, her final upload, now felt like a goodbye. And though her life was stolen, her voice still echoed, in protests, in headlines, in hearts. A single white candle burned for her, its flame flickering but never fading,